We have a bad news.
Do we?
Another interview has died. May its application rest in peace.
Amen.
Today, we'll be performing an interview autopsy. The family requested a private burial, but HR requested a public autopsy so future candidates can learn. So just for today, you can add doctor to my name. Call me Dr. Ranting HR.
Doctor.
Nurse, who is involved?
Okay. The deceased was of a 27-year-old with 5 certifications, 5 years of experience, excellent CV, very promising future, expected to live happily ever after with a monthly salary. Unfortunately, the interview did not survive. Such a bright future cut short.
This wasn't murder. It was self-inflicted. Nurse, cause of death.
Doctor, where do I even start?
Ask me the interview death statement.
A patient attended interview this morning. Sadly, the interview did not survive.
Time of death.
11:45 a.m. The interview lasted exactly 45 minutes. The candidate did not.
Initial findings.
Report shows that beyond technical skills and qualification, the following parts of the patient's body were responsive: legs, mouth, face, ears, brain, hands, back, butt, nails, the whole body. Each organ contributed significantly to the unfortunate demise of this interview.
This is worse than I thought. Today, we shall conduct the official autopsy. Let's investigate. Beginning with the lower limbs. First organ.
Legs,
Contribution to death.
chronic lateness.
I suspected as much. Evidence.
The patient arrived 11 a.m., but record shows that the interview was scheduled for 10:30 a.m. That means the candidate arrived 30 minutes late. No apology, no call, instead excuses. Just strolled in like they owned the place.
This is serious.
Hmm.
Now, the issue isn't that something happened. The issue is what you did about it. Did you leave home with enough paper? Did you get in touch immediately when you realized that you'd be late? Or did you simply disappear and then scroll in 30 minutes later, holding your phone like nothing happened? Next, more evidence. What happened after the patient arrived?
Doctor, the patient walked in holding their phone, chewing gum, and simply said, "Sorry, I'm late. The traffic was much," and simply sat down.
Sorry for what? That Argentina lost the World Cup final, or that you kept 4 professionals waiting while they rearranged their schedule for you. Those are two very different apologies.
What could have been done better, doctor?
Listen carefully. Unexpected things happen. Accidents happen. Flooding happens. Vehicles break down. Life happens. That is not the issue. The issue is, what did you do when life happened? Did you immediately call? Did you send a message? Did you respect their time enough to let them know? Or did you disappear like a network provider during rainfall? If you are unavoidably delayed, when you realize you are running late, hear me. When you realize that you are running late, don't wait until you arrive. Here's what you should do: call or message immediately. The conversation should go like this: Good morning, my name is Faith. I have an interview scheduled for 11 a.m. Unfortunately, there's been an accident on my route, which has caused heavy traffic. I'm currently on my way, but I may arrive 10 to 15 minutes later than the scheduled time. I am sincerely sorry for the inconveniences. I completely understand if this affects your schedule. Thank you very much for your patience. Nothing something, no drama, no 10 minute explanation, no emotional speech, blaming the government, no blaming your enemies. You acknowledge, you apologize, you take responsibility, then you move on confidently. Because excessive excuses can be just as damaging as being late itself.
Doctor, probably if she had planned to attend the interview 3 hours early, interview would have been saved.
Nurse. Arriving too early to an interview can create awkwardness. The interviewer may not be ready. The receptionist may not know where to keep you. You might end up waiting uncomfortably, and instead of looking punctual, You appear like someone who doesn't know how to keep professional boundaries. 10 to 15 minutes early is a sweet spot.
Or maybe the exact stipulated time for the interview.
Who knows? If your interview is stipulated at 11 a.m., do not plan to arrive at exactly 11 a.m.
True talk.
Yeah. Plan to arrive between 10:30 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. Use those extra time to settle down, visit the restroom if needed, check your appearance, silence your phone, take a few deep breaths, read your notes, observe the company environment. That way, walk into the interview looking composed and not looking like someone who just escaped a marathon with sweat running all over your armpits. And to fail, record that. The legs weakened the patient's credibility before the first interview question was ever asked, suggesting poor time management, poor planning, and weak problem solving skills.
But the leg alone didn't kill the interview.
Yes, next program.
Doctor, I'm not sure you're ready for this one.
Try me.
But
Lord, give me strength. This next examination is delicate. Let's maintain professionalism. Contribution to that.
chair mismanagement disorder, stage 3, severely advanced.
I feel as much. Evidence.
At first, the patient sat on the edge of the chair as though the chair was charging rent. For several minutes, only 5% of the patient's butt was actually touching the chair.
Classic symptom. Continue.
5 minutes later, the patient suddenly changed strategy. She threw herself deep into the chair, crossed one leg,
Just like I did.
yeah,
Or worse.
and worse, rested one arm across the backrest, and began relaxing like she was watching Netflix. Netflix and chill.
This wasn't an interview. It was an exhibition.
Exactly.
No evidence.
Doctor, the patient crossed and uncrossed legs 19 times within 6 minutes.
My God.
Adjusted the chair 4 times, moving forward and backward
And forward.
and backward.
Oh,
Backward again. Swivel slightly and adjusted again.
the chair got more exercise than the patient.
Poor chair.
Note, most candidates don't realize this. The way you sit changes the way people look at you. If you perch on the edge, HR thinks this person is terrified. If you sink too deeply, HR thinks this person is too relaxed. If you keep changing position every 20 seconds, HR stops listening to your answer and starts wondering whether
The chair has nails inside it.
exactly. Yes, please demonstrate the wrong way.
Like this?
Exactly. You look like you're waiting for a hospital report. Another one.
Or this?
Now, you look like you have just assumed the managing director's role.
So, what board position could have saved the interview?
Next question. Sit back comfortably so your back is supported. Maintain an upright position. Keep both feet grounded. Lean slightly forward when listening or emphasizing an important point. Perfect. Confident. Relaxed. Professional. Notice, confidence isn't loud, it is controlled. That posture projects confidence without arrogance. And please, don't keep shifting every 5 seconds. You see, 1 minute you are here, the next minute you are there. HR starts wondering whether they are interviewing you or watching a dance performance.
And the question is usually, are you okay? Is everything okay?
Exactly. And to fail, record that. Next organ.
The face.
Contribution to that.
Facial hostility syndrome, or like they call it in the everyday parlance, boning face.
Very critical condition. It significantly affects candidates applying for customer facing roles. Evidence.
The patient applied for the role of a front desk officer,
Mhm.
but the facial muscle remained inactive.
First impression.
No smile, like Moses. There's this thing, Moses in visa on arrival. Like Moses on visa on arrival. No warmth, no enthusiasm. It appeared as if she came to claim family now.
Are you sure she came for an interview? Or she came to arrest the interviewer?
Doctor, her face submitted her resignation letter. even before opening her mouth to introduce herself.
Serious. Note, this isn't about being handsome or beautiful or wearing expensive makeup. It is about being approachable, especially if you're applying for roles involving facing customers like front desk officer, customer service representative, sales representative, hospitality positions, relationship manager, and so on. Even if you are very brilliant and answer every question correctly, if your face looks permanently annoyed, HR starts wondering, how will customers feel comfortable speaking with this person? Remember, your face communicates before your mouth does. If you can't carry a warm face for a few minutes of interview, how will you carry a warm face for a full work day? Doctor, then what should the patient have done instead? Should the candidate just keep smiling from beginning to the end? Excellent question, nurse. Now, let me balance this. I am not asking that you fake a smile from the reception till the end of the interview. Please, don't become a joker. So, what could have been done better? Just relax. Breathe naturally. Smile genuinely when appropriate. Show enthusiasm. Look like someone who actually wants to be there. One more thing. Greet everyone. Exactly. Not just the interviewer, the security, the receptionist, the cleaner, the administrative staff. Because here is something many candidates do not know. Sometimes, before the interview starts, HR quietly asks the receptionist, how was the candidate while waiting? Imagine the receptionist replies, very rude, didn't greet anybody, snapped at me when I asked them to sign the visitors register. And now the blame is on me that they didn't see anybody to greet. They were looking for someone named anybody. Congratulations. For 25th defense, you didn't see everybody. Congratulations. You have successfully failed an interview that hasn't even started yet. And to fail, record that. Exactly. The face projected hostility and reduced approachability and weakened the patient's first impression. This caused severe damage before verbal communication even began. Next, could you feel any pulse on the interview after what the patient's face did? At that point, we almost declared the interview dead. A very tiny pulse was felt, but the next organ came and left the interview in a more critical condition. Let's do that. Alice. Contribution to that. Chronic eye contact deficiency, accompanied by acute ceiling observation disorder. Wow, this is serious. Evidence. Throughout the interview, patient maintains uninterrupted eye contact with the floor. This is serious. The child must have wondered whether she was speaking to them or the tiles. Occasionally, she looked at the ceiling. Several times, she examined the clock. Twice, she stared out the window as if she was expecting a rescue helicopter. You don't mean it. Meanwhile, HR was sitting directly in front of her. Nurse, was she speaking to the HR or conducting office inspection? Note, many candidates misunderstand eye contact. Eye contact is not about intimidation. It is about connection. When someone maintains steady eye contact, steadily communicates, I am present, I am listening, I am confident, I am interested. But when someone spends the entire interview looking everywhere except the interviewer, naturally begins to ask questions. Is this person nervous? Are they hiding something? Do they lack confidence? Will they struggle speaking with clients? Notice something. HR isn't necessarily concluding that you are dishonest. They are simply filling in the blanks. And in interviews, when recruiters have unanswered questions, they rarely give candidates the benefit of doubt. Doctor, what would the patient have done instead? Some people say the interviewer should maintain eye contact from beginning to the end. Is that correct? Excellent questioners. No, eye contact doesn't mean you should blink only at the end of the interview. No, please don't go and stare into the interviewer's soul. This isn't a staring competition. And it certainly isn't a wrestling match. Exactly. Natural conversations have rhythm. You look, you speak, you look away slightly, then you reconnect. That is what makes communication feel genuine.
So what could the eyes have done better?
Natural eye contact with the interviewer. Maintain natural eye contact while speaking and listening. Every now and then, look away briefly, then reconnect. If you are being interviewed by a panel of three persons, don't answer only to the one that asks you question. Start with them. Then naturally include others as you speak. That shows you are engaging the whole panel. Nurse, show us candidates number one.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this interview. I'm happy to.
Nurse, the child's parents decreasing. Show us candidates number two.
Good morning. I am very excited.
Nurse, please blink. Blink. You are interviewing with me, not trying to hypnotize me.
Sorry, doctor. Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me today. I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. Notice the difference. Relaxed, natural, confidence. That is all HR wants. And to faith, copy that. For our patient, the eyes failed to establish connection. As a result, the patient's confidence became difficult to perceive despite possessing the required competence and qualification.
Doctor, I'm beginning to notice something.
What's that?
Every organ we've examined is communicating before the mouth even answers a question.
Excellent observation, Max. That is exactly how interviews work. Communications begin long before speaking begins. Next one,
Here,
contribution to that.
selective listening disorder, also known as premature answering syndrome.
Evidence.
HR asks, tell me about your leadership skills. The patient cuts in and talks about project management for 5 minutes.
The patient answered a question nobody asked. Now, this happens. Candidates prepare answers before coming for the interview. So when HR is asking question A, their brain has already pressed play on answer C. They are no longer listening, they are broadcasting. And interviews are conversations, not radio broadcasts. Do you know what HR is thinking? If this person cannot listen during an interview, will they listen to clients? Will they listen to instructions? Or will they always assume what people are trying to say? Listening is one of the most underrated interview skills. Sometimes the difference between two equally qualified candidates is that one answered the question that was asked, the other answered question they wish they were asked.
Doctor, what should the patient have done instead? Suppose the question isn't clear. Should the candidate just guess?
Excellent question, nurse. Never guess. Professionally clarify. If you're unsure, ask clarifying questions. There's nothing wrong with saying, just to be sure I understand correctly. Are you referring to my experience leading teams or managing projects from start to finish? Do you know what HR gets? This person thinks before speaking. This is maturity. And to faith, record that.
The ears didn't listen. As a result, the brain guessed, the mouth spoke wrongly, and the interview quietly lost confidence in the candidate.
Exactly. Next organ.
Mouth.
This organ has destroyed interviews far more than bad CVs ever will. Contribution to that.
Verbal overflow syndrome, also known as acute uncontrolled talking syndrome.
Advanced stage.
Very advanced, doctor. Extremely talkative.
Evidence.
Interviewer asks, tell me about a challenge you faced at work. Patients begin. When I joined the company in 2018, and 7 minutes later, patient switched to, this reminds me of my cousin. 3 minutes later, actually, let me even begin to explain from the beginning. 8 minutes later, which is why my cousin is
Wait,
always.
stop, stop, stop. Nurse, was she answering HR or doing a broadcast?
Doctor, according to the report, the interviewer stopped writing notes after the second minute.
What happened afterwards?
Doctor, the interviewer quietly looked at the clock twice, looked out the window once, nodded politely 6 times, then wrote something.
What did the interviewer write?
Candidate lacked structure. And then the interviewer started thinking of what to eat for lunch.
Very unfortunate. One of the biggest mistakes candidates make is believing that more words equals better answer. No.
Doctor, how long should an interview answer or response be? Because some candidates worry that if they don't talk long enough, they will sound inexperienced.
Excellent question, nurse. The goal isn't to speak longer. The goal is to say enough to answer the questions accurately. Most behavioral questions can be answered accurately between 1 to 2 minutes, not 10. If HR wants more answer, trust me, they'll ask. Better answers are relevant, structured, concise. Interviews are conversations, not podcasts.
What could have been done better?
Oh, yes. Use the STAR method for behavioral questions. STAR as in STAR. S for situation. Set the scene in 1 to 2 sentences. Task. Explain your responsibility in 1 to 2 sentences. Action. Describe what you did in 2 to 3 sentences. Result. Share the outcome with number if possible in 1 to 2 sentences. This keeps your answer structured, relevant, and under 2 minutes. Next, let's compare. I'll be HR, you be the candidate. Candidate number one. Tell me about a challenge you faced at work.
When I joined my previous organization in 2018, my manager, actually, before that, let me explain the company structure first because it's important. Then there were many colleagues. Then there were many colleagues that,
Time out. This answer has entered extra time.
sorry, doctor, let me try again.
Okay. Tell me about the challenge you faced at work.
Certainly, one challenge I faced at work was addressing customer complaints after a new product launch. My responsibility was to identify the root causes
Okay.
and coordinate improvement across three different teams. I analyzed customers' feedback, redesign the response process, and introduce weekly review meetings. Within 3 months, customer complaints reduced by 35%, and response time improved significantly.
Excellent. Notice that situation, task, action, result. No details, no village history, just evidence. That's what recruiters want. And to fake, record that.
Diagnosis confirmed the mouth demonstrated poor verbal discipline. Symptoms include talking without structure, oversharing, failure to answer directly, and excessive storytelling. These symptoms cause the interviewer to lose attention long before the answer ended. How do you know this? When speaking, you see them looking around. Interviewer now looking around, scratching their head, or flipping pages, or turning to ask questions, or turning to whisper to the next interviewer. At that point, it looks like you're talking to yourself. That is how you do your own self diagnosis.
Exactly. Thank you very much for that input. Next organ,
The hands,
contribution to that.
excessive distraction disorder. The patient sat down, immediately started counting fingers, clicking pen, cracking fingers, adjusting tie, touching hair every 8 seconds, scratching nose, checking smartwatch, unlocking phone, locking phone, unlocking phone again. Was this an interview or a dance rehearsal?
Nurse.
And then the phone rang. Guess what our patient did? Picked it up in the middle of the interview. Guess what? He said, "Apologies, sir. I am in an interview." No, you were in an interview. Interview fell into coma immediately.
Note, your legs reveal what your mouth tries to hide. Constant fidgeting can communicate anxiety, impatience, lack of self-control.
What could have been done better?
Next question. Rest your hand comfortably on your lap or on the desk if appropriate. Use natural gestures to support your explanation. Don't overreact. Don't become a sign language interpreter, just like our nurses right now. Silence your phone completely and keep it out of sight. If you're expecting an emergency call that absolutely cannot wait, politely inform the interviewer before the interview begins. Otherwise, the only notification you should receive that day should be your job offer. Congratulations. And to pay, record that. Next organ,
Names,
contribution to death.
hygiene factor. The patient appeared with long, dirty nails.
First impression matters. If your nails appear dirty, what does that tell me about your attention to details?
What could have been done better?
Nice. Basic hygiene. Clean, trimmed nails. Nice appearance. You're presenting yourself as a professional, so look that part. And to pay, record that. Next organ.
The back.
Oh, contribution to that.
Postural collapse syndrome.
Evidence.
Throughout the interview, the patient sat like question mark. Back bent, shoulder collapsed, head hanging.
Was she attending an interview or apologizing for existing? Note, your posture speaks before your mouth does. HR may not consciously say it, but your posture influences how they perceive you. When you slouch excessively, it can unintentionally communicate, I am not confident, I am uncomfortable, I'd rather be somewhere else. On the other hand, sitting too stiffly, hmm, exactly, like a military commander, makes you appear tense or unnatural.
And leaning too far back with your arms spread everywhere. Congratulations. You own the company. Well done, sir. Well done, ma'am. Balance is the goal.
Of course,
Doctor,
yeah.
what could have been done better?
Sit fully in the chair. Keep your back comfortably straight. Lean slightly forward when listening. Relax your shoulders. Keep both feet on the floor. That simple posture communicates confidence, attentiveness, and respect. And to faith, record that. Next organ.
The body.
Contribution to that.
Body was clothed with mismatched attire.
Like this.
Mhm.
Evidence.
The body arrived at an investment bank wearing ripped jeans, graphic t shirts, white sneakers, and enough perfume to disinfect the reception.
Now, the thing is, dressing inappropriately sends the wrong message regarding your fit.
Doctor, what could have been done better?
Next question. Research the company's culture. Search their website, LinkedIn, and social media pages for how employees dress. Every industry has language. One of those languages is their clothing. A creative agency may welcome smart casual. An investment bank may expect formal business wear. A hospital, a consulting firm, a tech firm. They all communicate professionally differently. Business casual for startups, suits for more formal industries, polished shoes, minimal accessories. Your goal isn't to impress people with expensive clothes and accessories. Your goal is to show that you understand where you are and to pay to record that. Next organ.
The brain.
Contribution to that.
Failure to think critically before responding to interview questions. Beyond qualification and technical expertise, when asked about her weakness, she said her weakness was that she works too hard. So, doctor, what could have been done better?
Here's what could have been done better. Watch episode 1 of the Ranting HR on YouTube to see how to genuinely answer questions about your weakness. Subscribe so you don't miss further career tips. But here's the summary of today's interview autopsy. The interview did not die because the candidate lacked qualifications.
It did not die because the CV was weak.
Exactly. It did not die because competition was strong. The interview actually died from
Multiple professional organ failure.
the legs arrived late,
The bot forgot professional composure.
the face rejected people before people could even accept it,
The eyes avoided connection.
the ears stopped listening,
The hands betrayed anxiety.
the back surrendered confidence,
Body ignored context.
the mouth spoke without direction.
The brain coordinated every single mistake.
And the saddest part,
None of these had anything to do with technical skills.
the patient knew the job.
But the patient didn't know how to present the person who could do the job.
The interview died from avoidable negligence.
It died from multiple preventable professional failures.
That is where many interviews die.
Autopsy complete.
Official verdict.
Subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. And yes, your career needs the Pathfinder.
Pockets. Nurse, who is involved?
Who should be involved? The deceased. Doctor, the deceased was a 27-year-old
Was of it.
was of a 27-year-old was of. Is that the correct thing? So
The interview
if my
advice.
name, if my name come and use, it's me you want to come and use and speak wrong English.
The interview is for this person.
Okay. Alright. The interview lasted exactly 45 minutes. The candidate did not. Initial findings, you go edit fire. No,
First organ.
the leg.
Next.
Okay,
First organ.
leg,
Next.
legs. Leg.
And instead of looking punctual, you appear like someone. I don't look at you. Lord, give me strength. This next examination is delicate. Let's maintain professionalism. Contribution to that.
Chair mismanagement disorder. Yeah.
Contribution to that.
Chair mismanagement disorder. Stage 3. Severity. Advanced. At first. At first. At first, the patient sat at the edge of the chair. The chair was touching. As when the chair was charging for several minutes, only 5% of the patients were actually touching the chair. Yeah. At first. And began relaxing like she was watching Netflix. Netflix and chill. My back is aching me. You know, I just did myself, man. Sorry, you got to do. Oh yeah.
It was an exhibition.
Exactly.
No evidence.
Doctor. The patient crossed and uncrossed legs. 19 times within 6 minutes.
Oh my God.
Your journey to a fulfilling career can start today. Get your copy at awaketopowercom.com/bookstore.